My part of the talk actually spoke about or covered vaccine science, policy, and sort of implementation from the public health perspective. And what I would say is, from a scientific perspective, there's huge opportunity in the world of vaccines in terms of advancing the science, thinking about future innovations. There was a great talk in our session by Kevin Herod, who spoke about really precision vaccine design and what might be possible to actually tailor vaccines to be very focused on how we develop an immune response. Um, there was a great talk by George Su on vaccine hesitancy and how he is taking a quality improvement approach to addressing that, and really focusing in on making it about the conversation and building the trusted relationship. And then just in terms of the science around respiratory virus vaccine platforms, I would say one of the key take-home messages is we do have many vaccines that are available. So influenza, RSV, COVID-19, pneumococcal vaccines, and all of those can have a huge impact on our population if we're able to actually get vaccines into arms. Well, what I would say is, from a policy perspective, we did speak a lot about what are the policy levers that can really impact innovation, and what are the policy levers that can affect hesitancy, as well as the levers that will actually, you know, help think about how to continue to gain trust, trust in institutions, trust in providers, trust in data and the science. And I think that continues to be a huge challenge for all of us. As a former member of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, one of the key components of that committee is it's a federal advisory committee that serves the public. And the goal of that committee is to provide advice and guidance on use of vaccines for the US civilian population. As part of the Federal Advisory Committees Act, one of the things that's really important to us is making sure that all decision-making is done in public view. So all meetings are announced in advance and are available for public, both for public comment, written and oral, as well as for publics to view the public to view the decision-making process. I think that's really important because decision-making behind closed doors doesn't engender trust. People may disagree with the decision, but at least everyone will have a look at the data that are out there, what we know and what we don't know. And then we use our evidence to recommendations framework to provide a consistent and transparent process and framework for decision making so that everyone can see what goes into that decision. Well, I was really impressed that the ATS actually put together a workshop looking at long-term complications of pulmonary infection. And I actually think that not only is our newer vaccines an opportunity and the future, but I would say the other opportunity is for us to really articulate the value of vaccines and the impact it can have on chronic conditions. One of the key takeaways is that the ATS has really put together a really forward-thinking workshop on how to better understand the impact of pulmonary infections on long-term outcomes in both children and adults. And my hope is that with that framing, we'll be able to understand in a deeper way the impact, the long-term impact, 1 year or 5 years out, of pulmonary infections on the health of our populations. Being able to articulate that vaccines not only prevent the acute infection, but also can promote long-term well-being and health, I think would be an amazing advance for the field, and also allow us to communicate that the opportunities are far greater than we had previously realized.